Okay, so I'm going to go through skills for skills first. Our pleasure series, can we open up to these questions?
Sure. Camera issue.
I'm recording right now. Can you please go faster? Okay, pleasure series out. Can you refer to this question 015 question 6b? Who doesn't have pleasure series and need to borrow from me? Every table should at least have one set. I know. Now, this is a skill revision workshop. Basically means I'm revisiting all the skills. Some of the questions may have already been done in classrooms, but we are just making sure that you remember all the skills. Now, throughout the skill clinics, we are covering skills that are tested for the O-level examinations. Okay? I'm going to start with the first question, which is 2015 question 6b. Okay, the use of photographs. So the next few questions that I'm trying out are all use of photographs. At the same time, I'm going to show you all the use of photographs that came out for O-levels since 2004 until today. Okay, we will start with 2015 question 6b. You are asked to use photograph B and C. Later I'll show you the photograph B and C. Right, and you have to compare the appearance of the two volcanoes. So appearance here, in this case, when you're looking at the question here, is to look at B and C in this case. So here you look at the keywords. So underline the keywords for you in your paper, those who have brought a 10-year series. You are to compare. So there is no need for you to do any form of explanation. But when you're comparing, you're looking at only the appearance, okay, of volcanoes. So there are two pictures given to you. This is one picture, which is the volcano in Iceland, and the other one is the volcano in Philippines. Okay. Now, one thing you need to do is to remember that you need to know where is Iceland and you need to know where is Philippines. And then what kind of plate boundary it is. Now, if you remember the lesson that we did on plate tectonics in my class, and also I think this time class also got covered, is this idea that you have to know exactly where Iceland is. Now, Iceland is between two plate boundaries that are converging or diverging. Diverging. Okay? They are in diverging plate boundaries. Now, you're not so sure if you brought your textbook, you can refer to the last page. If you don't have, you go home and take a look. So, number one, when you do this type of essays, right, you cannot blindly do. You got to first think in terms of Iceland, where is Iceland? So, Iceland is actually on a diverging plate boundary. So, firstly, when you think of a diverging plate boundary, you must say, oh, okay, it's a diverging plate boundary. If diverging, what kind of volcano will it be? Would it be a stratovolcano or a shield volcano? It's a shield. Okay, so first, in mind first, think through what kind of volcano it is. Ask the question. So step one, this is a shield volcano. Okay, next thing is you look at Philippines. Philippines is a converging or diverging plate boundary. Converging. Okay, in a converging plate boundary, you are expected to see a stratovolcano. So step one, think what kind of volcanoes first. Clear out the skill that you think involved. Now the next thing you want to do is think in terms of how it looks like in the appearance, right? Okay, now look at this question here. It's given to you. I use the screen. Okay, I'll use my PowerPoint instead.
So your camera.
My camera? Why my camera shot? It's okay, I'm just recording the whole lesson. Okay? Alright, so what you notice is in terms of shape. Right? Step one, volcano is very easy to see shape. So in this case, you have a shape like this, and then in the next picture, you have a shape like this. Right? So in terms of description of the shape of a volcano, what can you tell me? Which one? You take a look at everything on this picture. That means this one has even height. Can you use height?
Yes.
Can the appearance be higher, right? Can it be height? Yes, you can use height. So step 1, you decide what you want to use. So in this case, you can decide this is 1, 1, 2, 0. Then this one is higher, isn't it? So number 1, you think in terms of 2 volcano, you think in terms of height. Next to your question paper, this is question 6B, if I'm not wrong, right? Okay, next to it, put height. So step 1 mark will be given to you when you talk about height. Next thing. Next, you look in terms of what? What are the other things that we use to describe volcano, right? The base and the summit. Use the word the base, B-A-S-E. The base and then summit, S-U-M-M-I-T. Summit. Summit. Okay. Now, so you have a few things now. You can have the height. You can describe the height. One is higher than the other. You can think in terms of the base. So which one is, how you describe the base? Take a look at the difference between the two bases. One is like that, one is like that. So what kind of words do you use to describe? This one? Broad. Then if this one is what is, if this one is broad, then what do you call this one? What's the opposite of broad? Narrow base. Understand? Okay, so you can think in terms of base, you can think in terms of height. That will get you how many marks already? 2 marks only. Not enough, right? Next thing you want to consider is how many marks this question is. Look closely. These are 4 marks. So you need 4 forms of comparison. You have already compared on this. Now let's talk about the summit. Now take a look at the summit. This one is like that. This one is like that. So what do you notice about the summit area? If you're trying to climb this area for both, what do you notice?
The land.
The land? What about the land? Let's not talk about the crack first. I'm talking about the summit, the pointy, the top. What do you notice about the top?
Concave.
Concave, very good. The other one?
It's very blunt.
This one is very blunt, right?
Yeah.
This one you can run up and then you dance around here and everything, no problem, right? Can you do that to this one? This one you stand down there, you probably slide down that kind of feeling, right? It's very hard to climb, isn't it? So what do you tell me about the top part? One is very? Yes. Okay, so the other one will be the summit. And then you're talking about steep and gentle. Agree? You're comparing steep and gentle. Now you have a total of 3 marks. Okay? Most of the students who do this question can score 3 marks. It's always the last mark the students have issues with. Because you know why? Because in the textbook, right, when we teach you, right, and all the time when you're practicing, right, you will only practice shape. You always practice shape. So you got a shape, you already got the shape, triangle, whatever, square, that kind of thing you say already, right? Then you still got 1 more mark, right? Now on the class to think about is 1 more mark. Now look closely, this one and this one. Someone down there just now touched on it already, something about cracks, right? Let's move on that. So look at the slopes. Compare the two. What do you notice about the slopes? What do you notice about the slope? Now if this has color, it's not gradient is color already. If this has color, what do you think is this color? Sorry, what do you think is this color? And what do you think is this color?
This is brown, that one is green.
Which one is brown?
This one is brown.
This one is brown. This one is brown. This side is actually brown.
This one looks
This
like
side is
erupted.
darker a little bit. What do you notice?
That's like erupted.
This one looks like it is erupted or it just erupted, right? So can you see lava flows? Which one would be the lava flow?
Sorry.
The darker patch, right? Then which one will be the light? Which one will be the ash? This one? Okay, but what do you notice about this one? This one, do you think there is lava flow? What do you think this is?
Yeah,
It's the same color, isn't it? It's the same color, isn't it? So what do you think this probably means?
Grass.
This is grass, correct? Now the question says compare the appearance. Is there a need for you to talk about it just erupted? No. You're just doing a pure description, correct? Okay, so now the question is this: if I want to describe certain parts of the volcano, right? I already taught you a certain technique, right? One technique is you say the top of the volcano is known as what? Summit. The bottom is known as what? Base, correct? Then we also learn things like height. So now we learn things like what are the vegetation growth. You understand? So which one has more vegetation growth? Which one has more vegetation growth? The flatter one or the steeper one? The flatter one, right? So you can also think in terms of vegetation growth. my next question to you is this. You have 4 different types of category for comparison, right? Okay, so you have 4 different types of category, and the question asks for appearance. So if I roughly say this, if I say that, okay, so I need to know which volcano I'm going to describe, right? So this one is called the Nuko mountain. This one is known as the Mount Mayen. Throughout the whole paper, you don't be lazy. You don't go figure A, figure B. You don't do figure 1, figure 2. You understand? Okay, throughout the whole essay, you refer to the 2 volcanoes by their names. Understand? Because this is a very easy question. This question can give you 4 marks into your pocket without thinking. All you have to do is just descriptive. When this type of exam comes out, this type of question, make sure you score all 4 marks. Don't even let go of 1 mark. You understand that? Okay? Now, how you do it? You first start with the most obvious one. So phrasing wise, you will go Mount Mayen is, use the English. Mount Mayen is taller or of a higher height, use the keyword, of the higher height than Mount Prestanoko, whatever. Okay? That one. Okay, but the thing is this, how do you know? What evidence? Okay, because Mount Mayen is 2447 meters, whereas the other is how much? Can you see? Okay, so numbers must come in. Second one, let's go into the base, correct? The second base, you say which mountain? You say that the Mount Prestanoko has a wider base, okay, whereas Mount Mayen has a narrower base, right? So what evidence do you show? Numbers. Can you see the 9.5 kilometers versus the 20.2 kilometers? Can you see? So these numbers must appear in your answer. So in other words, right, in an exam comes out, they will never give you numbers in your picture or in your diagram without asking for a reason. So anything that appears in your exam paper, use it. Is that clear? Okay, so I cover until here, I have 2 marks, right? I've already compared 2. I've done height, I've done base. Then I go into the submit. Now when I look at the submit, the top part of the submit here, it is concave. You can use the word concave. If you don't want, you can say that it is very broad. You can say it's very gentle gradient. You can. Is gradient a good point? You can, right? Whereas if you say, on the other hand, the other mountain, the gradient is steeper, right? Now how do you know? How do you know? So you're actually describing the summit, right? So when you say the summit itself, you can see that it's sharper, so it is steeper. Whereas if you look at the other volcano, you notice that it is broader, it is more concave, so therefore it is more gentle. Like that, you cover the 3rd part. Okay, when you reach on to the 4th mark, then where do you go? You go vegetation growth, right? So you say the slopes of the mountain. See the keyword? The slopes of the mountain is bare of vegetation. Now how do you know? What evidence? You're going to give numbers already, you must give descriptive, right? How do you know it's bare of vegetation? Not cracks. If you want to say vegetation means it is green in color, right? So in this one here, what you notice? You will see this in darker grey, but you probably consider here is mainly the lighter color here. You can see that you can assume, right? You can assume what? What do you think the lighter colors are? Ash, can be sand, can be particles, but there's no vegetation, right? Okay, then whereas the other one, you say that there will be vegetation. Okay, so I conclude on skills first, okay? I just recap the whole skill set for this. If a picture comes out, exam question comes out, and there are 2 pictures and asking you to compare. Step 1, ask whether the question wants you to explain or not. Is that clear? If the question doesn't require you to explain, then don't bother to include your 4 marks inside any form of explanation. Got it? Next is, you look closely to the question. The question says, compare the appearance. So if the question is 4 marks and you're comparing the appearance, how many comparisons would you have to give? Focus. How many comparisons do you have to give? If it's 4 marks and you're asked to compare 2 volcanoes, how many comparisons you need to make? How many? 4. Very good. Okay? You need 4. You cannot say 2. 2 is no longer. We have never taught you 4 marks is 2 comparison. Never. Okay, since set 1 is always 4 marks, it's 4 comparison anyway. But another thing is this. How do you see? You see how I did my comparison just now? Did I describe everything on mountain A, then I do mountain B? No, right? Did I, in the first place when I'm planning the answers, do you notice that I compare 4 different things? I compare height, I compare base, I compare slope, I compare vegetation growth. So you first, when you do this type of question, have to decide on which is the area of comparison. Everyone okay? Okay? Okay.